Gym, and I'm joined today by Natalie Wells, finance recruiter. Tell us about yourself and what you do, Natalie.
Thank you. Morning, Catherine. Yes, I've been recruiting finance professionals for 25 years now. I generally specialise working with entrepreneurial business owners, often recruiting their first commercially focused finance director, and then subsequently recruiting for their teams. I'm a solo operator, so although I've got a corporate background, been working for myself now 7 years.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I saw in your post this morning, your Meet Your Recruiter Day 1 post. Thank you for getting that up before we went live. I have not got mine up before we went live. Classic me. Classic daily workout, classic everything. I saw in your post you saying that some of your placements had celebrated 20 years in their companies recently. That's quite some milestones.
Yeah, funny enough, it doesn't routinely appear in my marketing material, because if my clients thought they were making cementing a relationship that could last longer than your average marriage, they might take a little longer to ponder, which is not the name of the game. But yeah, it's something I'm very proud of in terms of making sure that that individual grows, has the same ambitions, values as the companies that I place them with.
Fantastic. Wow. So say hi to a few people in the chat. Good morning, Angela. Hi, Louise. I think you're going to be getting a connection request from Louise soon. Hi, Therese. Hi, Rebecca. Yeah, if you are listening in live, do say hello in the chat. If you've got any questions or comments, just, please weigh in. Feel free. So today's prompt for Meet Your Recruiter Week. Okay, so if you've not encountered Meet Your Recruiter Week before, it is a LinkedIn posting challenge. So we give you a prompt each day of the week. So the idea is that you reintroduce yourself to your network. You start to build good posting habits. So I know, Natalie, you and I talked about this at the Recruitment Agency Expo last week. It's easy to sort of end up hiding under a rock when it comes to posting content. I know that by the time Meet Your Recruiter Week rolls around, I'm usually firmly back under the rock. And then Meet Your Recruiter Week helps me climb out and get back into some good habits. But then I probably need it again in 3 months' time when it comes around again. So yeah, how do you find posting content?
I'm not someone who is necessarily that spontaneous with the posts. They do tend to be quite well considered. So I keep a digital scrapbook, if you like. So I'm a great one for when I'm on LinkedIn. If I come across a post that's really stopped me in my tracks, I'll tend to keep a snapshot of it, because I've probably got my own version of it that I might rock out in 6 months' time or something. So that's helps create the creative juices, as it were. But no, I think the line about coming out from under your rock, I think this is why the Meet Your Recruiter Week once a quarter keeps us all accountable, really.
Lovely. And saying about sort of being quite considered with your posts. What else do you think about when you're putting a post together? Do you have particular goals in mind, or?
Yes, I think when I set up my business, I spent a lot of time thinking about the marketing, really getting to understand my avatar. Didn't even know what an avatar was at the time, but the ambitious business owner tend to be in their 40s, 50s. It's not a coincidence that I mentioned my milestone birthday in today's post. That's not a dissimilar age to the people that I am engaging with, whether that's the business owner or the finance directors. They know what it means to be comfortably uncomfortable, challenged, enjoy the successes. There are times to post about my struggles as well. That may be that mountain of washing waiting for me at this beginning of the week. But by really understand who I'm trying to attract, who I'm trying to target in my business, I try and put myself in their shoes. So, what are their struggles? What are their goals? And so the narrative, can be, it's often business related, but actually on the personal side, you're actually showing up as a person. You know, the purpose of the regular, ideally daily posts is to promote the person behind the brand. In my case, it's a personal brand, so it is me. But once they get to know, like, and trust me, or any individual working for any recruitment brand, that's when you're more likely to have candidates and clients seeking you out, because what you're posting resonates with them.
It really helps when people feel a connection, doesn't it? It's like, well, I want to work with you, not just, oh, it's a sound business decision to work with you. There's, yeah, tapping into people's emotions as well. People do business with people.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, Angela loves your longer to ponder. Better than time kills all deals. Yep. Mega says, good morning to us from LinkedIn. Thank you for sharing that with us, Charlotte. Laura Lee says, oh, love the idea of a digital scrapbook. Yeah, I feel like I do that on my phone with like saving memes and things. Maybe I should be more conscious about doing that with less silly content and do that more with my business content creation as well. Yeah, Rebecca loves the digital scrapbook as well. That's how she creates consistent content. Engages with a lot of other inspiring content on all platforms, always adding ideas to my scrapbook. I like that as well, like all different platforms, because the idea for Meet Your Recruiter Week kind of came from Instagram and seeing posting challenges going on over there and thinking, oh, we need this for the recruitment industry on LinkedIn. So yes, looking at people's content somewhere else and going, oh, might that work where I am? Yeah, I like that. Simone, also says hi on LinkedIn. Rebecca is sharing, a great post by Chris Redmond from Red Holt about social media content and person-to-person connection. Oh, lovely. Good. We will check that out as well. So, as I said, I've failed to get my post up before we went live. I will do better tomorrow, I promise. Although tomorrow is a difficult one for me, in that I don't recruit really in the same way that a recruiter does. That sounds weird. So actually having a job to share might be a little bit difficult, but I will find something to share with you when it comes to jobs and whatnot tomorrow. So yeah, would you mind if I shared your post, Natalie?
Yeah, feel free.
Lovely. Let me grab the relevant Chrome tab. Hopefully it's going to give me the one I want. Lovely. So we should hopefully be looking at your post in a moment. Fabulous. There we go. So Natalie has mentioned quite a few things as well as writing her post. So we've got mentions of Recruitment Agency Expo. We've got me and Angela mentioned in there. Recruiting Gym, that's lovely. Your rock choir as well. We haven't even touched on that. I'm normally the worst singer in the entire world, but I did get roped into karaoke at the Recruitment Expo last week. A bit nerve-wracking, but from the video Angela shared, not too embarrassing, I hope. Yeah, so I love your use of emojis in here. That I always think that helps make a post look interesting. Yeah, what's your? And I see you use an emoji in your name and headline on LinkedIn as well. What's your thinking behind emojis? I know they can be quite divisive with people on LinkedIn.
A couple of reasons, really. It's a bit of a pattern interrupt. So, you know, on some posts where there's a whole string of names, just by having that emoji in there, that breaks up the text, it kind of stops your eye a little, just a judder. And actually, you know, I'm quite a fan of jigsaws. One of my clients actually makes wooden jigsaws, and I also feel that I'm looking for that key piece in my client's jigsaw. Many analogies, really, in terms of just that missing element.
I think it can be a lovely little piece of branding as well. Every time somebody sees that, they just instantly know that it's you as well. I've got an email newsletter I receive every Sunday, and the lady who sends it, there's always I think it's the lightning bolt emoji at the start of the subject line. So I just know instantly, oh, that's my update. Oh, and I'm gonna get myself a little drink and read that. It's just an immediate hit of, oh, this is what I've been waiting for. And the same sort of thing happens when you see people with branding like that on LinkedIn. Like something comes up in your feed and oh, that's Natalie. This is going to be good. Yeah, I love that. A quick note about using emojis in posts. It can be difficult for a screen reader to read them. So from an accessibility point of view, putting a space after them is good practice, but it definitely looks like you've done that. So whenever I use emojis in text, I sort of make sure that they're not like pressed right up against the punctuation. Or
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah,
it's useful.
Because then it makes it easier for the screen reader to just like read out the description of the emoji rather than it like getting confused and the Unicode is up against something else, I guess. So yeah, I really like the way that they look, but yeah, just something to bear in mind when you use them. Fab. Okay, so in the chat, I've shared a link to. I'm going to stop sharing this, and I'm going to start sharing something else. So in the chat earlier, I shared a link to our hashtag page, where you can go and follow along. Now, this doesn't work amazingly on LinkedIn, as with a lot of things. So hopefully I can bring this up for you. Oh, I should have stayed where I was, shouldn't I? Whereas now I'm going to have to go back to your page. Sorry. Once you follow the Meet Your Recruiter hashtag, when you're on LinkedIn, which hopefully you can see my LinkedIn now, on the left-hand side, you've got sort of a whole bunch of links and bits and pieces, and it should appear in your recent links here, or as you scroll down your followed hashtags. So once you follow Meet Your Recruiter, it's quite easy to get back to the hashtag page. Now it doesn't seem to be updating particularly well today, but we have got Geeta's post here at the top, which was about an hour ago. And if I change it from top posts to recent, I see other posts coming in as well. I don't think it was quite capturing everything. When I looked earlier, because I'm not seeing Natalie's post here or Angela's, and I know that those are two posts that have already gone up this morning. I saw those before we went live. So if anyone has posted and myself or Angela hasn't spotted it and left a comment or a like or something like that, do feel free to connect with us, to message us and sort of prompt us to have a look at your post, because LinkedIn isn't doing the best job at organizing everything on the hashtag page. Actually, I've found it's doing a much better job of actually bringing those posts into our feed because we follow the hashtag. So yeah, but if we miss you, do let us know, because I don't want to miss your posts. Speaking of hashtags, is this something that you think about when making a post? Natalie, any thoughts on hashtags?
Yes, I do. I think it's just a good way of getting your post in front of maybe different circles of people that you're not necessarily connected with. The algorithm pushes it out to, I guess, a bit like groups, really, different networks, different cohorts of people, and either get just new eyes, but gets that spread going further.
Yeah, definitely. We've done a little bit of research in the run-up to this week. I'm trying to collate some hashtags that have lots of followers. Sort of the logic being, if following a hashtag is just one of the factors that LinkedIn's algorithm considers when it's deciding what content to show you, it might be that you might also need other points of connection with those people in order for them to see your post. But hashtags with lots of followers, you might well have a connection in there, or somebody at the same company, or somebody who shares a group with you. You might have other sort of relevancy points with that person, and it might just get your content in front of them. So we have compiled some little images for you, a little presentation with a top 5 hashtags for each day. Now, all these hashtags won't be relevant for everyone. For example, on this one for day 1, we just took as many different words and phrases that we could think of that might be recruitment or recruitment adjacent hashtags, or things that might be relevant for our prompts each day, and looked up how many followers those hashtags had on LinkedIn. So then for each day, we've just taken the top 5, and hopefully this will be useful. So for example, entrepreneurship, that may well be relevant for you, but it might not be relevant for every recruiter. So, I mean, personal branding, that's sort of what this week is all about, but it might not be what you want to focus on when it comes to your post. But this is just some ideas to sort of help you choose some hashtags that you might want to add to your post. So for a long time, people were suggesting that 3 hashtags was optimal. I don't really know if that's still the case. I feel like a lot of the advice has moved on to just not too many. Don't make your post look like it's half hashtags. We can't go as mad as we might on Instagram. But yeah, choosing, obviously, I think something like Meet Your Recruiter is a good hashtag because we have a lot of overlap with the community that is using the hashtag. So when you use Meet Your Recruiter, we might only have around 300 followers on there, although I'm not sure if that's right because it's been that number for a long time. I think it's been that number for over a month. So LinkedIn only seems to update this periodically. So I'm sort of just fingers crossed waiting to see, when's it going to update? And we're going to find out how many followers we've picked up over the last few weeks and go into the expo and everything. So fingers crossed. Yeah, Angela's commented on that as well. It is frustrating. So yeah, just some ideas for other hashtags that you might want to add to your post as well as Meet Your Recruiter. Obviously, Meet Your Recruiter, there are people just specifically looking for your posts. So that's going to help. The engaged community, the fact that we have got overlap with each other, a lot of us have connected with each other, that all helps bring the posts into more feeds. So, you might sort of quite easily get your post into, quite a lot of people's feeds. Whereas even using a really popular hashtag like entrepreneurship, if you don't have that other overlap, it might not get you in front of more people than Meet Your Recruiter would. Who knows? It's all a little bit of a mystery. But yeah, I was thinking, Natalie, you mentioned planning your posts. Do you think it would be a good idea to share tomorrow's hashtag suggestions with people as well if they are planning their posts for the morning?
For me, certainly. I'm one that likes to kind of ponder whilst I'm making my lunch or something. As I said, as opposed to doing it on the spot. But I know certainly a lot of people do. So yeah, the heads up's always appreciated.
Okay, good stuff. Well, here's our top 5 for Tuesday. So the prompt is job opportunities, so asking you to share a job. More details on that tomorrow morning. I'm not going to share the entire week's with you because I want to keep you coming back for more. But I will I will preview the next day each day so that you can plan or go and edit an already scheduled post if you need to. So yeah, tomorrow we've got things. These have probably this is the best selection from number of followers. Things like careers has like 22 million followers. All these I think are over the million. So yeah, hashtags like careers, hiring, jobs, job seekers, and recruiting have all a good sort of healthy number of people following. So obviously there could be some overlap. I'm sure that a lot of the million that are following recruiting are probably also following something like careers. But yeah, an opportunity to get your post potentially in front of some more people. Yeah, Therese says, yeah, hashtag hiring is also trending a little bit, I think. Oh, okay. Good tip. Meg is going to start a digital scrapbook. Lovely. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, Charlotte says, yeah, feel free to tag her in posts as well. If you're lacking in comments and likes and things, and connect with Charlotte as well. Yeah, fabulous. Oh, thank you everyone who has joined in with us in the chat today, and thank you everyone who has posted already. I'm going to go post now when we get off the crowdcast. And thank you, Natalie, for coming along, for sharing your post, for joining in this week, and for being my first guest on the Daily Workout.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else you want to share or promote? Or
Well, as I said, I try and use this week to keep myself accountable. And one thing I haven't done in quite a while is use video. So there's my challenge. I might try and do a video for my job opportunity tomorrow.
Oh, I look forward to that. Good luck.
We shall see.
Okay, well, hopefully other people will pick up the challenge as well, because hearing at the expo last week, just how well video does, and how important it is for making those connections with people, making them feel like they know you a little bit. So.
Absolutely.
Lovely. Okay, well, good luck everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be looking out for your posts on LinkedIn. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.